Thank you.
नमो अर्हन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो अध्यायाणं नमो लोये सवसाहुणम् मोक्षमार्गस्य नेतारं भेतारं कर्मभूभृतां ज्ञातारं विश्वतत्त्वानां वन्दे तद्गुणलब्धये तत्त्वार्थसूत्रकर्तारं गृध्रपिच्छोपलक्षितं वन्दे गणीन्द्रसञ्जात उमा स्वामी मुनीश्वरम् उमा स्वामी मुनीश्वरम्. Okay, so we were talking about 6 essentials, a very essential topic to understand. This topic basically starts and it talks about Padmanandi Panchvinshatika, chapter number 6, verse number 7. The verse says, देव पूजा गुरु पास्ति स्वाध्यायः संयमस्तपः दानं चेति गृहस्थानां षट कर्माणि दिने दिने. So each day we should do these 6 essentials. Now we had started our lesson with understanding what is basically the essential, then what is Nishcha essential, and then we had talked about Vyavahar essential. Okay, I'm sharing my screen and we are starting from Nishcha essential. So Nishcha essential is nothing but partial purity of the soul, realizing the partial purity of the soul. Now, why are we saying partial? It is complete, but it is partial because it is at the level of the householder. The householder enjoys, performs that particular purity of soul for a very short duration of time, you can say, for for longer durations of time also. I mean, how do I tell you that? Shorter duration of time is clear. Long, I mean to say, after long intervals of time. So after quite long intervals of time, maybe 6 months, 4 months, 5 months, 15 days, that can be the interval of time. But whatever interval it is, the purity of the soul comes purely to you. The purity is never partial or impartial. The purity is always complete. The only part which is partial here is the duration of time, or the primary situation of the householder. It is according to householder, the partial word is used, not because of the purity of the soul. Clear? Clear, Shramanji?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So the partial part basically talks about the householder part and not the purity of the soul part. That means the purity of soul is always going to be pure. It is never partial that way. Okay, then we had seen that this purity of the soul can be externally used, applied in these 6 forms. These 6 forms are worship of God, monk devotion, self-study, abstinence, penance, and gift. So these are 6 particular external essentials. Now, we are calling it external essentials, but then these are actually, essentials only. Why? Because if I'm talking about the worship of the God and using the Nishchay part of it, it will become the same thing. Matlab, it will still be worship to God, but it will be with the purity of the soul. Now name anything and you can put it there. What am I trying to say is, Dev Puja ko 3 प्रकार से देखा था हमने, उसके हिसाब से हमें ये समझ आता है कि जो पहला वाला विभाग है उसका नाम तो निश्चय देव पूजा है। ये निश्चय देव पूजा है कि नहीं, या आत्मा की पूजा है? ये भी देव की ही पूजा है, क्योंकि देव ने अपनी आत्मा की पूजा की। इस दृष्टि से उनके लिए उनकी आत्मा उनकी देव थी, या उनके लिए कोई और व्यक्ति देव था। हमारे लिए हमारी आत्मा देव है, या कहने के लिए वो सामने जो देव हैं, अरहंत सिद्ध परमात्मा है, वो हमारे लिए देव है। सो इन शॉर्ट व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज द निश्चय वर्शिप इज ऑल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ वर्शिप टू गॉड ओनली. It is not a worship of the soul, although the purity of the soul is the whole soul view of the worship of God. But this is not what is the worship of soul. It is the worship of God only. Okay? Because on account of him we have understood this, so it is worship of God only. Okay, then we had seen in quite detail what is vyavahar worship and what is dravya bhav worship, and what is dravya worship. So bhav worship is through our bhav and nothing else. You have your body, you have your words, and you have your feelings. No other thing is involved in bhav vyavahar worship. Whereas in Dravya Vyavahar worship, you need one more extra thing. The extra thing is Ashtadravya. The name of Ashtadravya are Jal, Chandan, Akshat, Pushp, Naivedya, Deep, Dhoop, Phal. And when you collect them all, this is called as Arghya. Every one of us knows what a puja is. How do we do it? By with the help of Dravya. Swati ji, Rohini ji?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. I think Praveen ji was also telling me yes. So thank you, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So worship to God basically is of, how can I say? It has 3 versions again. The first version is related to the purity of the soul. Second version is related to the purity of our mind, which talks good about the God. And the third one is there are different ways by which we can do the puja. Like some people put a thona, some people have a plate wherein they have used all these things, all these 8 items, all these 8 offerings, which we bow to the God. So this is what is called Dravya Vyavahar, worship to God. Next is monk devotion. Now what is monk devotion? Monk means Acharya Upadhyay Sadhu. There is no other state, no other stage which is under monk. Householders are not monk. The monk or ascetics which use clothes for any means, the people who are, there are a lot of babas and what are those called, sadhus, who either wear clothes or they are even naked also, but then they are not following 5 Mahavrat or Samiti or Gupti, etc. So Acharya Upadhyay Sadhu, these are the only ones which come under monk. Now it is called as monk devotion, but then look at the translation it has in Hindi. It is called as Guru Upasana. So Guru word is also used for our gurus of life. That means the gurus of like your parents, like the teachers in your school, the principal of your school, etc. Now my question to you is, why are we not calling those gurus as guru here, and we are calling these guru, that means Acharya Upadhyay Sadhu, as guru here? Yash, can you tell me please? Wait, yeah. Should I repeat the question?
Because they are not उन्होंने अगर पेरेंट्स है, टीचर्स है, उन्होंने वो 5 महाव्रत नहीं, उन्होंने नहीं लिए वो प्रश्न और उन सब ने लिए है इसलिए।
Very good. Anybody else would like to answer the question? I guess Sahaj ji can help me. Sahaj? Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Yes, yes.
there are quiet disconnectivity problems. Sir, can you please repeat what were you teaching?
Okay, we are basically talking about monk devotion, the second essential. Now, this monk is translated as guru in Hindi. So, guru in life
Yeah.
can be teachers, parents, etc. The question is, are they considered to be monk here? If not, why? Some problem is there, I guess. Okay. Yes, Swasti Jain.
आई थिंक मतलब उन लोगों का ऐसे जो हमारे टीचर्स और पेरेंट्स हो गए उनमें स्टिल राग द्वेष होता है, बट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द जैन मुनि, वो रहित होते हैं सब चीजों से एंड वो
क्यों नहीं? ऐसा तो नहीं है। वो राग होता है तभी तो वो दीक्षा देते हैं, राग होता है तो संघ चलाते हैं। अरे राग की आपको मैं बात बताऊं, उनका राग कितना खतरनाक होता है। आपने वो कहानी सुनी है श्रुत सागर की और अकंपनाचार्य की रक्षाबंधन की कहानी?
नहीं।
कहानी नहीं सुनी? अच्छा चलो, आपने किसी मुनिराज की कोई कहानी सुनी है पुरानी, मतलब स्टोरी, एनीथिंग?
हाँ मतलब ऐसे तो पढ़ी है कहानी, बट
हाँ।
मतलब वो जैसे उसकी हो गई अक्षय तृतीया की कहानी, ऐसे कहानियां पढ़ी हैं।
कैसी कैसी? किसकी किसकी किसकी?
अक्षय तृतीया क्यों बनाते हैं, मतलब
अक्षय तृतीया
ऐसे
क्यों
वाली।
मनाते हैं? अक्षय तृतीया क्यों मनाते हैं? अच्छा, हाँ हाँ, देखो कितना सीधा क्वेश्चन है। अक्षय तृतीया हम मनाते हैं क्योंकि मुनिराज ऋषभ देव को सबसे पहली बार आहार हुआ था।
हाँ।
आहार करना राग है या द्वेष है या वीतरागता है?
अच्छा, राग हो गया मतलब,
The
बट वो
only
वस्त्र रही तो ये सब
फाइन
चीजें भी हो
फाइन,
गई।
ये तो फिर तो मतलब आप तो चमत्कार को नमस्कार कर रही हो। मतलब अब हम नहीं कर सकते हैं, वस्त्र नहीं हम उतार सकते, हमको बहुत राग है अपने वस्त्रों से, इसलिए हम बेकार हैं, और वो उन्होंने वस्त्र छोड़ दिया इसलिए वो अच्छे हो गए, ऐसा? अच्छा फाइन, I must not trouble you much, and let me ask this question to somebody else. Even I am going out of time. Let's see if Labdhi can answer this question to me. For me, anything?
सर,
Yes.
हाँ, उनको गुरु उसमें इसलिए नहीं कह सकती क्योंकि उन्होंने संसार मार्ग को ही बताया है, लेकिन आचार्य उपाध्याय साधु ने तो मोक्ष मार्ग ही मतलब बेस्ट है, वही बताया है, इसलिए।
ये हुई ना बात। बात सिर्फ इतनी सी है। थैंक यू लवधी। बात सिर्फ इतनी सी है, मोक्ष मार्ग जिसने हमको बताया वो ही हमारे लिए गुरु है, बाकी तो सब हमारे लिए गुरु नहीं है। अब आप कहोगे मोक्ष मार्ग तो बहुत सारे लोग बता देते हैं, लेकिन मोक्ष मार्ग पर चलकर बताने की बात हो रही है। मोक्ष मार्ग मतलब सम्यक दर्शन, सम्यक ज्ञान, सम्यक चारित्र, इन सबको मिलाकर के जो मुक्ति का मार्ग बनता है। इसीलिए मुनिराजों के लिए एक और वर्ड यूज होता है, उनको जिन लिंग कहते हैं। जिन लिंग का मतलब जो भगवान के जैसे दिखते हैं। जैसे हमारे भगवान दिगंबर होते हैं, वीतरागी होते हैं, वीतरागी तो ऐसे ही ये भी दिगंबर भी होते हैं, जैसा कि क्या नाम है, स्वस्ति जी दिल्ली ने हमें बताया था, दिगंबर भी होते हैं, और सारी चीजें उन्होंने बहुत कुछ की होती है। बट द बेसिक पॉइंट इज, वो हमें मुक्ति का मार्ग उस पर चलकर बिल्कुल भगवान के नीचे वाले स्टेज पर बैठ करके बताते हैं। इसीलिए वो हमारे लिए पूज्य हैं, और बाकी सभी हमारे लिए उस तरीके से पूज्य नहीं है। थैंक यू। चलिए, so happiness is the intention, and if we get to know that this happiness, what we are looking for, is not temporary, rather permanent. So for permanent happiness, monks can only be the best way or best person to devote ourselves to. Rather we devote everybody in our life, we respect everybody. वो बेवकूफ होते हैं, नासमझ होते हैं, उन्हें कुछ नहीं आता है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। हमारे बाकी के जो टीचर्स हैं वो सब भी अपने अपने लेवल पर समझदार हैं, अपने अपने हिसाब से अपनी जिंदगी अच्छे से जी रहे हैं. They are helping us to live better. So in that way, they are all respectable. But then now here we are talking about devotion. So devotion cannot be given to them. That's the only point which I wanted to share. So Nishchay monk devotion is partial purity with true faith. So this will be the same for all the 6 essentials, because what is the real devotion that a monk from us? If the monk is devoting his complete life to his soul, he expects us to do the same. And if we do that, that is real monk devotion. Are you getting my point? And this is why partial purity with true faith has been considered as Nishchay monk devotion. What is Vyavahar monk devotion? Devoting ourselves after understanding the true nature of the monk. So if we know what is Acharya, if we know what is, Upadhyay, if we know what is Sadhu, I'm purposely using what here and not who. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. What is my purpose? Because Arhant, Siddh, Acharya, Upadhyay, Sadhu, ये किसी व्यक्ति के नाम नहीं है, ये पदों के नाम है. पद नपुंसक लिंग में होता है, इसलिए what use करेंगे हम उसके लिए. So what a sadhu is, what an upadhyay is, and what an acharya is, first we need to understand that. And if we get to know that, we can devote ourselves to them. And this is what is called as monk devotion. Now, this has a very good important aspect to touch also. Why is it necessary that we need a monk? Like, I have a small situation for you. We have the idol in the temple, the Sacha Dev. We can look at it and understand what the real, religion is. In other words, we have scriptures. We have Moolachar, we have Dhavla, we have Samaysar. We have wonderful scriptures. We should keep on reading them. Why do we need monks? That's a very important question to understand. Now look at the answers that those are given here. The first answer is they are on the path of Vitaragata. Also, I can say for the highest introvert is completely Vitaragi. So in other words, I can also say either they are on the path of Vitaragata or they are Vitaragi themselves. And this is why we put our devotion towards them, and monk is necessary. Second, they are the propagator of Vitaragata. They are never going to tell you how can you make your this worldly life happier. They are only going to help you how to get your life beyond these worldly activities and reach to Vitaragata. Third, the most important word in the third point is getting hindered because of my interface, and I'm not able to select the mouse. What is that called? Yeah, got it. The most important word is lively. They enlighten the path to liberation. Now, path to liberation is enlightened by Dev also. Path of liberation is enlightened by Shastra also. But both of them are not live for us now. The Dev are not there. Shastra cannot do it lively. They have just been written and we have only words. If you read words, understand them, fine. If you really cannot read words, do not able to understand, even then it's a problem. Acha, they have written it for basically somebody else. We are just enjoying it in a different way. So it's not live enough. So the monks are extremely necessary because they enlighten the path to liberation lively. Unless we have a live person telling us you are not doing this right, you are not doing this, and you are doing it wrong, you will never be able to understand and commit that mistake again and again. So to save us from committing mistakes, we need to understand somebody who can give us that path to liberation lively. Now see what a beautiful concept this is. Like a school teacher teaches you in the 4th class, you move on to 5th, 6th, 7th, graduation, post graduation, and PhD, and the teacher is still in the 4th class. In the same way, Acharya is in the 6th or 7th Gunasthan. But and also whenever he does his acharyatva, he's always in the 6th only. But the shishya, the sadhu, can go up to 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 and beyond. So this is how we get to understand the quality and the ability, the requirement, necessity of a monk. So monk is very much necessary. And if you go beyond your teacher, the teacher will salute you a day. This happens. We have seen, ample amount of videos are available on this, that the teachers have asked the students to come and donate money for the school, or for something betterment of the school, betterment of teachers, or anything. In the same way, once you become arhant, the acharya will come and sit in your samavsaran to listen to what you are saying. So this is the beauty of the guru shishya relationship. And hence the real devotion towards the monk is to understand their vitaragata, to learn vitaragata from them, and to get live path to liberation. This is the necessity of the guru. If there are any questions, I'm all ears. Any questions, anybody?
No.
No. Okay, no. I'm unmuting somebody and I do not know who that person is. Am I clear, sir? It's some number 52616415. So fine, I think he's getting. Okay, Ashay ji, am I clear? Jai Jnin.
Jai Jin and Sam ji. Yes, it is clear.
Okay, chalo, let's move on. Now the next one is the self-study. Again, a very important.
चल काय switch केलं. तुझा mic
No worries, no worries. I joined a little later. Yeah, why not? Sure. Okay. Now self-study, a very important and a beautiful aspect. Now what is self-study? Basically, self-study is self-study, you all know. But this is not self-study like we do in our school. What do we do in the school? We go to, we refer the book, and whenever we learn it from the teacher, it is called a study. But whenever we open the book ourselves, do our homework, or read the book once again, this is called a self-study. But the basic concept of self-study is thinking about what you have learned, understanding what you have learned, revising it, what you have learned, and helping others what you have learned. So like you go to your house, your mother comes to you and asks you, what did you learn in the class? What did you learn in the school? So you start explaining her things. This is also a part of self-study. It helps you see in this way. I am whenever I had learned whatever I am teaching you, I was a student. But now also that the moment I am teaching you, this is also my self-study. And if that was not my self-study, I'm wasting my time. So basically, I'm utilizing my time by doing this self-study. The form of this self-study is called as dharmopadesh, to help others to understand a particular aspect. It not only helps others to understand the concept, it also helps you to strengthen the concept. Fine, so these are quite important aspects of self-study. Beautiful to understand and beautiful to incorporate in life. So Nishchay self-study is again the same thing, partial purity with true faith. So again, self-study is knowing the self. So if you are doing that, definitely whatever you are studying, is going in the right path. And if that is not happening, there is something wrong. And we need to understand and work on it. Hence, it is also very important. So what is Vyavahar self-study? Studying the scriptures, expounding the fundamentals of Jainism. So fundamental means a lot of things. Fundamental not only means, Dravyani Yoga, but it also means Charnanu Yoga, Karnanu Yoga and Dravyani Yoga, because either they are examples or they are such logics which strengthen your fundamentals of Jainism. Are you getting what I'm saying?
So can you repeat again?
Yeah, why not? Vyavahar self-study. Now, Nishcha self-study, I think, is clear to everybody, because self is the pure aspect in it, and to study it with the true faith is called as purity, partial purity with true self. This is Nishcha self-study. Now, what is Vyavahar self-study? Vyavahar self-study means studying the scriptures which expound, which explain, which preach the fundamentals of Jainism. Now, fundamentals of Jainism are basically written in Dravyanu Yoga. What is Dravyanu Yoga? It talks about 6 dravyas, it talks about 5 astikayas, it talks about 9 padarthas, and it talks about 7 fundamentals or tattvas. So my basic intention to tell you is self-study means only studying Dravyanu Yoga? So that is a wrong view. Dravyanu Yoga is understood in 2 ways. One is to strengthen Dravyanu Yoga, you should study other Anuyogas. And second is to have good examples, to understand a particular thing in life, you need other Anuyogas. 2 things. The first one is to understand, The first one is to strengthen what you have understood in the fundamentals of Jainism. And second, to have better examples to understand those fundamentals of Jainism. So 2 things, very important things. Like, why do I have to learn Mahavir, the story of Mahavir? I need to learn his story so that I understand how a person in his previous lives, discarded extrovert, started being introvert and reached the supreme soul. So this is how he becomes an example. Now, whenever you are having a problem in life, that example becomes a strength to you. How? That your mother taught you that story and you were having some problems in life. Now she asks you, think about Mahavir. What did he think at that particular point when he was a lion and he was eating, doing such wrong activities? So in the same way, that example becomes an example for you to become a better person. Hence, it is very important to have all the 4 Anuyogas in self-study. Fine. So this was all about self-study. Let's go and talk about abstinence. What is abstinence? Abstinence, in other words, means Sanyam. Oh, that's me. It means Sanyam. What is Sanyam? The Nishchay Sanyam is still the same. Partial purity with true faith. This is called as Nishchay abstinence or Sanyam. What is Vyavahar abstinence? So abstinence means rokna, kisi bhi cheez ko rokna. So there are 2 things which we are doing wrong in life. One, we might be engaged in 5 sins: hinsa, jhoot, chori, kushil, parigraha. So hinsa, jhoot, chori, kushil, parigraha, we can come out of these. We can come out of these with the help of Vyavahar Sanyam. Now, how is that going to happen? So Anuvrat and Mahavrat are those things with the help of which the Vyavahar abstinence can be attained, and those sins can partially or completely be removed. It's like that. We do a business, but we think of, but our orientation can be of two ways. One is to help others have products. Second, our intention could be to make your own life better, and we really do not care about others. So both these particular kind of ways help us to understand that the orientation changes. Once the orientation changes, it comes to, you know, the abstinence part. If there is no intention of helping others or doing good to the society or anything of that sort, you are basically living life like a vulture. He looks for, you know, a dead body and goes and just picks it up and eats it to the fullest. So this is what was a common example given to you. So 5 vows. Vow मतलब होता है व्रत. तो 5 प्रकार के व्रत. तो अहिंसा आदि 5 प्रकार के व्रतों का पालन. And the control over senses. 5 इंद्रियों पर संयम. 5 इंद्रियों पर control. That means you feel hungry, think before you eat what you are eating. If you want to have good touch, do not think that, you know, I'm doing it because I you know, want to utilize things in this whole world and I really do not care about anything else. If we talk about smell, we go to restaurants, we go to other places. It is needlessly required that you have to go to such places unless extremely necessary or something, I don't know. Next is what? Sparshan, Rasna, Dhran, Chakshu. Now we look at particular things which we love.
Eyesight.
Yeah, thank you. The Chakshu means the eyesight. So now limitlessly we watch certain things because we really are not interested to think what are we doing and why are we doing and who are we. So that, and then the last one is the hearing capability. We need to control, we need to have a little control over it. So that's the basic part for, you know, listening abilities as well. So in this way, we understood that Sanyam, Vyavhar Sanyam, also plays a very important role in, you know, complementary with the Nishchay Sanyam. Once both of them happen, acha, there is one more thing very important to it. Yeah, very good, very good. A small thing that I need to tell you. Please listen to me very carefully. If you do not understand that, ask me. Dravya Samvar, Dravya Bhav Samvar. Dravya Asrav, Bhav Asrav. Dravya Nirjara, Bhav Nirjara. They all were happening at the same time. Matlab Dravya Samvar, Dravya Bhav Samvar. Same time. Dravya Nirjara, Bhav Nirjara. Same time. Dravya Moksh, Bhav Moksh. Same time. But then this Vyavhar and Nishchay never happen at the same time. You either are, you know, feeling meritorious about a particular thing, or you are feeling pure about a particular thing. या तो निश्चय होगा या व्यवहार होगा, दोनों एक साथ नहीं होने वाले हैं. दोनों का वर्जन एक हो सकता है, दोनों को देखने का तरीका एक हो सकता है, बट दोनों सेम टाइम पर नहीं हो सकते हैं. आप जिस टाइम पे भगवान की पूजा कर रहे हो उसी टाइम पे आत्मा का ध्यान नहीं कर सकते. टाइम डिफरेंस होगा, 5 सेकंड का, 10 सेकंड का, आधे घंटे का, कुछ भी हो, टाइम डिफरेंस होगा. Which means Vyavhar abstinence and Nishchay abstinence, they both happen at different sets of time. If you are getting it, thank you very much. If you are not, please ask. A very important question and a very important concept to understand with all these 6 essentials. So we are done with abstinence as well. Now we are moving forward to penance. So what is penance? Penance means tap. Tap means what you have heard always about. It is beyond the vratas. It is beyond the day-to-day activities. It happens, you know, not every day maybe, but then kind of every day, because you have to put them in essentials as well. So Nishchay penance is partial purity with true faith. So only then you will be able to do penance. Like if you do not have a better thing to do in life, you will always continue doing you will always continue doing what you already know. I'll give you a very small example to understand this. If I do not know that reading scriptures can be helpful, I will keep on watching TV and utilize my time in doing best with the TV. Maybe I'll watch news channels, maybe I'll watch some Cartoon Networks to happily, joyfully have your mind or something like that. What I'm trying to say is, at the time when you are doing Swadhyay, you might feel hunger. You might feel the need to, do something important. You might see the need of, going to your parents, expressing your love, making fun of others. You might be doing a lot of things, but you stop yourself from everything else and you do that particular activity which helps you keep on what you want to do. This is what is called as Vyavahar Tapa. So this is also a very big activity to be done in your life. We also call it by determination. Strong determination happens only then you would be able to concentrate in the self. Else there will be plenty activities where you will be completely engrossed, and the world will go on moving and moving and moving, and the soul will be left out. So this is why Vyavahar penance also plays a very important and vital role. So what is Vyavahar penance? Consequent auspicious inclinations for fasting. So these fasting, we had Ashtami yesterday. So what is Ashtami for? So maybe Ekasan, maybe Upvas, maybe Upvas that day, Ekasan a day before, and an Ekasan after that, whatever it is. This is called as Tap of householder, right? Are you getting my point? I think I should ask it to somebody because I have been talking for so long. Prateek ji, is it fine? Okay, who else? Sahaj ji, is it fine? Is it going fine?
Yes, sir, it is totally.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Thank you. Chalo, I've got only 1 minute left with me. So the last one is gift. Now this is very important, very, very important. The Nishay gift is quite clear to you, that partial purity with true faith. So if you have true faith, you will share whatever you have with the same person who has that faith. If I know, I'm a good person, and if I know you are a good person, I will help you out in the best way possible. So this Nishchay gift is about the partial purity with true faith, whereas this Vyavahar gift is giving money to the needy. Sorry, money is a wrong word here. Food should be one of it, because there are 4 types of gift: food, knowledge, medicine, and fearlessness. These are the only gifts